Hello. uh, Today again we are going to talk about procedure used in QBasic, and today's topic is so how to use function procedure. In previous video we discussed that actually mainly there are two procedures. First is sub procedure and next is function procedure, and we have already discussed about the sub procedure. Now we are going to talk about the function procedure. Let's see what is this function procedure. So it is also procedure, means a separate program. We can see the module using QBasic, uh, and this module will be creating ourselves. Means there are some functions like len, or we can say mid and the ASC. So these all are the library functions because they exist inside the uh, interpreter, and we cannot change them. But sometimes if we need some our own functions, then we have to create ourselves, and that is function procedure. So function procedure is a different program, and that program is created by the user programmer himself herself. And just like sub procedure, what we have to do there, we have to write some different program, the different blocks inside the function and the in function. In sub procedure there was sub, then the name of procedure and the in sub, and here we have to enclose all the codes inside this function and the in function. So how to declare that? So to declare that, uh, we have to use declare statement like sub, and we have to put function, name of function here, and we have to put the parenthesis with the parameters if any there. If we are not passing parameter, then we have to leave it blank. So that is the meaning of this one. We'll see with the help of example. And declare, first we have to put any executable part. uh, After that we cannot put declare, first we have to put the declare part, that is declaration of function. Same declare statement for function procedure used to declare the sum program, I mean that function program. So here is the example: declare, then the name of function, then the name of function procedure is area, and the parameters are L and B. Here is the definition part in which we have to put some statements. First is starting part is a function, then we have to put some statements, then in function. That's all. Nothing we have to do. So here is a syntax. Name of the function, parameter list, one more variable separated by the comma that will pass to the function when it is called. And what is this expression? Expression simply say that uh, function procedure it returns some value, and we have to assign that value. We have to assign that value to the function, and for that we have to use the expression. It's the value we are going to return. We are going to assign to the function, and the name of function goes here. So that's all, nothing more. And unlike sub, in sub procedure we use the call statement to call the procedure, but in function simply we can use print, or since it returns some value, so we have to return that value to the name of function procedure, and we have to use print to print the value. So how it looks like? It looks like this one, area. So the value of a, that is p into q, it goes to area, and we have to put the print area. That's all. Since the function always returns a value, we can assign this value to another variable or print directly on the output stream. Call case statement cannot be used. So how it looks like? It looks like this one. C equals to area, and we have to print C, or directly we can print from here. So here is a complete example. So this is the declaration part, like sub procedure, CLS. We are passing two parameters here. After that, uh, we are copying this value, the LNB, to the P and Q, and here we are just finding the product of P and Q. So we get the output in this variable A, and what we are doing there, we are assigning the output of A to the uh, function procedure, that is area, and this area is printed from here directly, or we can also assign to any other variable. So this is the function procedure, yes, and this is the main procedure. Nothing more we have to do here. So some examples are given here. Let's have a token, and we'll see some more examples. So formal parameters. So name of procedure is SI, yes. Then we are passing PTR to the function procedure PTR here. We are finding I, and since it is giving the output using I, so what we have to do there, we have to assign the value of I to the procedure, that is SI. After that, that is printed from here. Nothing more. Similarly, look here, circumference, same process, and if that is string, then same thing we can do there, but to store the string returning value, we have to use the dollar sign. Means the name of function, the procedure, function procedure name, it should be a string, then only it can store there. So some other examples are here. Look here, xy, passing here and assigning value here, that's all. So look here, it's vowels, you guess A, B, R, that's all. Similarly, here is sum of individual digit not equal to 0. So finding remainder, finding sum, and then finding the integer value for the next iteration, assigning the total output to sum, and that is printed from here. So that's all, nothing more. Similarly, reversing, since after reversing a string, there is also a string, and to store that we have to use the function procedure name string, like here rev and dollar sign. If we don't declare that as a string type, then we cannot store the final value, so we have to store that. And last, we are getting the output in b dollar, and that we have to assign to the function name, that is rev dollar, and that is printed from here. Similarly, some other examples are also here. Look here, we are finding area and the volume, yes. So what we are doing here, since area uses LNB, so we are using particular function here, and for volume we need three parameters, so three parameters are being used here, and we are finding value, and that is stored in the wall, and that is printed from here. So let's see now with help of example. Let's create a new program. Declare function demo. Let's take demo here. CLS int function demo, in function, that's all. After that, let's do one thing here. Let's print one, print this is from function procedure. Yes. Now we have to get the output. In sub procedure, what we did there, we used call, but call cannot be used here. Let's try with this call. Look here, always expected call sub name on current line, call demo. Yes, means it is not supporting, so we cannot use call. What we have to do here, just let's put demo, it works or not. So here is a syntax error. Look downside here on current line, means we have to put print. Now it is showing only warning. So what is the meaning of warning there? Means whenever we use function procedure, the rule says that it should return a value, but right now it is not returning any value, so why it is showing a warning. Let's run the program. So here is the output. Look here, here is output. This is from function procedure, but it is also displaying 0. It means since we did not return any value, so the value of this demo, it is not it is not having any value here, so it is printing its value 0, default value, that is 0. It is also displaying this string, and it is also printing the value of demo, this function procedure. Since we did not assign any value, so it is displaying the 0. So it's a very simple concept. Now let's go for the next program. Let's create a new program. Declare function uh, uh, let's give procedure name, that is uh, let's give a procedure name, okay, square root cls int function square root in function. Let's give a number, print integer number, input NAMBR number. After that, net sq dot equals to we have to find the square root. Yes, so let's use sqr. Then what is the variable name? Number. Yes, and after that we have to print the value, so print the, okay, since we are using this one function procedure, so the rule says that after getting the output, assign the variable's value to the function procedure name. What we have to do here, we have to assign its value to this procedure name, sq root. That's a nothing more we have to do there. After that we have to call the function. To call the function we have to simply put print square root is. Now What is the name of function here? Square root. Square root. That's it. Let's run the program. So 5 2.23 so we got here.